Hey guys, it's your boy Matt11 Gaming here and welcome to another different kind of video. Today I'm gonna be giving you a big roundup of all the news after E3 has been held. A big roundup news of all the stuff we know about FIFA 16. So if you've missed anything, I'm gonna give you all the information you need and all we know till now. So first of all, I'm gonna start with the release date, which are gonna be on the 22nd of September in the USA, 24th of September in UK, and I think it's like the 25th in the other countries. I'm not too sure, but those the ones I just talked about are for sure. Next, we're gonna talk about the first things we've seen. So at E3, the first proper trailer of this game was released, and we have some new screenshots which they've taken. So first of all, we've got this flick from Sergio Aguero, which I think basically everybody will manage to do. I'm not sure if it's maybe 4-star skill moves thing, but anyway, it's a thing where basically you get the ball and you manage to flick it up from the ground, and that turns out into overhead kick. So basically you're doing an overhead kick to yourself, you're bringing the ball up to yourself, which is a new animation. Then we have the Rabona shot, which we already had, but apparently from the trailer, as you can see in the screenshot, it's basically a drilling Rabona, which is not in the air, it's more like touching the ground kind of thing. Apparently we've got also some new skill moves, and the first one, which was quite exciting, was the Balassi flick, which you're seeing right now, and that's gonna be cool and interesting. But apparently there's loads of other ones, but that's what we've seen from the trailer. Also a new celebration that Giroud performed in the trailer, but it's a new celebration, as you can see. Don't know, it's like a sliding on your knees with a hand behind your head kind of style. I don't know how to explain it really, but you can see it. Then we also have the spray for the free kicks, so where the wall stands, which the referee will be spraying, and also where the ball has to be placed for taking free kicks. And that is a thing that works really well in real life, so they'll be adding that in the game, which doesn't change the game in any way, it just looks better basically. And here's a first screenshot I want to show you. I've put this here for a particular reason, because as you can see, you can see Harry Kane. He is about to take in a shot. He's featured a lot in the trailer for some reason. But anyway, Harry Kane, as you can see, he's got his new star head, he's got his new face, and everyone saw that, right? But I've seen some other faces in the trailer that you probably won't have seen, to be honest. The first one is Juan Cuadrado. As you can see, he's there in the Chelsea kit, obviously, and I actually found this after a couple of times watching the trailer. I tried to pause the screenshot in the best position I could, because this trailer is a movement and it's really quick, so it's not easy to get the quality too high. But I think this is a good screenshot. You can see he's got his new face, his new haircut, which looks completely realistic. And also here, as you can see in the background, this was really hard to find out. You can see Bellerin from Arsenal, the right back, the youngster, and as you can see there in the background next to Lamela, he's got his new hairstyle, which probably basically means he's got his new face as well, so that's something to look out as well. Now let's move on to briefly to Pele and to E3. Basically E3, EA had their part of the show where they basically talked about the new game, the trailer and all the rest, and we'll get into the rest in a moment. But first of all, we had Pele, who was featured in the E3, and as you can see him there I watched it live, and he was talking like about real life stories of him and all of that. And as you can see here, as soon as the conference finished in Los Angeles, it was announced that EA announced that they gave Pele for 5 matches on loan on every Xbox user on FIFA, and a Messi for 5 games loan and on every PlayStation. EA, why have you hyped Pele so much? Like, come on, we would have bought the game anyway. Nevertheless, we do also have, as you can see, Legends, which will once again be confirmed only on Xbox users. I'm sorry for the PlayStation users, I'm not sure if it will be changed next year, but for FIFA 16 in particular, we will still be having Legends exclusive. Now let's move into the big news. So we've got 3 topics to cover in the mechanics, the new mechanics. So we've got the defending, the midfield, and the attacking force. So we'll start from the defending, and as you can see, different things have been improved. I've taken some screenshots. So first we have defensive agility. You can pause the video and read it for yourself, but basically we've got new slide tackles. Defensively they're more intelligent, and basically they can stop new through balls and stuff. We've got defend as a unit, where basically the defenders all gather up maybe around one player to help defend all together, and it's not major change, like they hyping it up so much. But in my opinion, it looks like the same thing as we had already. Like they talked about, for example, a winger making a run and the right back or the left back, whoever it was, going after that winger to not make him receive the ball. And like, as if that wasn't in the game already, as if every time a winger ran down a wing, he was free on to go. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, we've got new tackling fundamentals, which is quite cool, where basically you can tackle the player, a player. If he beats you, you can press like the square button or the X button depending on what console you are, and he'll stand back up for a second tackle, which is something new. I'm not too sure. I hope this doesn't become too OP and stuff, but yeah, that's something new. Now moving on to control in midfield. So we're moving on to the midfield, and for this part of the game we have two features, which are interception intelligence, which is basically intercepting the ball in the midfield without getting it to the defense before, so it's something you do before to prevent a goal maybe. And also you got passing with purpose, and I've got a screenshot for you here, where basically, as you can see, Tony Cruz, it's a pass which is kind of like hitting it with the laces of your boot, which is basically a pass that is drilling, so it's quite fast, so it's much more difficult for players to intercept it. And as you can see, it's a perfect pass to give to Benzema, and it's kind of a shot but in mid-air, not too high. As you can see, it'll be at the same height as you see it right there in the screenshots, and it'll be a cool new addition to the game. And I think you do this with R1 or right trigger, right bumper actually I think it is, and X. I think that's how you perform this, but we'll have to find out and see. But I think this is a cool feature, as they can get the pass done quickly, and yeah, I've always kind of thought of this. Next we move on to moments of magic, and this is where new features EA's been bashing us with come into play. And basically, so we're going to the attacking part of things. So we go to no touch dribbling. Basically they focused on big players like Messi and Ronaldo. They looked at, most of the time it's not a skill move that manages to beat the player, but it's actually feint of the body or stuff like that. So they called it no touch dribbling. As you can see a screenshot right here where Messi is faking like he's doing an overstep to go one side, and then he'll go the other side. So I think that's kind of cool. We'll have to see how that works out, but it's a new addition. It makes it more realistic in my opinion, and it's a good feature they have added in. We also have dynamic crossing, which basically means, in not many words, it's not as accurate. Like you've got before, all the crosses were kind of they all went to their striker no matter what, but now you have to be more precise when you're crossing, and you have to be more intelligent on that side of things. So it takes a bit more skill to make crosses in the next year's FIFA. We've got clinical finishing, which is a new feature, which is not a new feature, but it's basically new animation. So it's new kind of shots, which is amazing. Like I always like new kind of shots, because there's so many in real life football, and as many as you can put into the game, that's the better, you know, because we've got like a kind of I've seen some, and one of them is like a kind of drilling and finesse shot at the same time. So it's hit with the laces, but it's kind of finesse shot, if you know what I mean. Then we got compete at a higher level, and I've got a screenshot with me here, and basically it tells you, the game tells you what are the options you have to do in a certain position, in a certain occasion, and the buttons you should press. I'm not too sure about this. Maybe you guys might know this better than me. I'm not sure. When does this happen? Is it in every game? Can you select to take it on or off? I'm not too sure about that, but it's a new feature that you can use, and I'm not sure. Maybe maybe for the new players, or maybe for to learn the game better and to spot out maybe new passes you hadn't seen before, new options you would have never taken in consideration before playing the game. Next, we finish it up with the women's national team. So there'll be 12 national teams. This will not be ultimate team. I'm not sure about Corona. I don't think so though. But you will have 12 women's national teams, like for example Spain, Germany, Italy, England, USA, Canada, Sweden. That's some of them that come to my mind, which is pretty cool. As I made a video separate about women, so I'll leave a link to that in the description so you can go and check it out. And I talk about all the women in depth of the new features. Next up, we have a new thing that EA is still doing. So you're still in time if you haven't done it yet. On Twitter, and basically you can choose the cover, the player who's gonna be next to Messi on the cover or of your country's game. So for example, in England, I think they had Henderson, Aguero, Courtois, and I think there's someone else, but I can't remember at the moment. I think Anderson is winning at the moment in time making this video. So if you're still not done it, or you didn't know about this, go ahead, still go on Twitter. You basically put the hashtag vote for and then the name of the player you want on the cover of FIFA. And I think the most votes will be the player that will be picked by EA to be on the cover of their game in your country next to Messi. Here we finally get to some bad news, which is basically Champions League will not be in FIFA 16 still. I mean, it's not bad news because it's not something they've taken away. It's still a confirmation, like the Legends, basically a confirmation that we still do not have a Champions League in next year's FIFA. I hope they do that one day. It will be so cool, but we're not here for this in this video. So guys, to finish this video off, I've got some last updates. So price wages will still be in FIFA 16, and I think that will be actually a good thing. I don't know, don't bash me yet, but I think it'll be a good thing from the start. Also, Colombian, Argentinian, Mexican, Chile and Brazilian leagues are confirmed, so they're back into the game. So you've got all those Brazilian silvers, skillers, so they're gonna be back in the game. It's cool to involve as many as possible, and EA's managing to license all these leagues and players. But yeah, basically guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Last thing before I go is they've done another research on goalkeepers. So apparently they've talked about putting those, fixing those, so apparently they should be fixed by next year, so we're still hoping for that. And yeah, so let me know guys what you think of the new features, what you think FIFA 16 will be like, any opinions you have, just leave them in the comments down below. I'm afraid that is the end of the video. It's been your boy Matt11 Gaming. I hope you enjoyed. I hope smash a big thumbs up if this helped you. It's been your boy Matt11 Gaming, and I'll catch you next time. I'm out. Bye.